InvestorIdeas.com podcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast looking at cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insights from thought leaders and experts. Today we look at announcements from Blockstrain Technology Corporation, trading on the TSX Venture as DNAX and the OTC as BKKSF, Innovative Properties Incorporated, also known as NAB.C Holdings, trading on the CSE as NAB and the OTC as INNPF, Cannabis MedTech Incorporated, trading on the CSE as MTEC and the OTC as CANVF, TER.C Corporation, trading on the CSE as TER and the OTCQX as TRSSF, and Grown Rogue International Incorporated, trading on the CSE as GRIN and the OTC as NVSIF. First, looking at Blockstrain Technology Corporation, who announced that further to its news release dated April 15, 2019, the TSX Venture Exchange has approved the change of name of the company to TrueTrace Technologies Incorporated. The name change became effective at the opening of the market today, and the company will trade under the new symbol TTT on the TSX Venture Exchange. We're excited to continue the strong work we've started under this new banner, TrueTrace Technologies. It's a more accurate reflection of our expanded full services enterprise software solution and better captures the full breadth of our offerings, said Chief Executive Officer Robert Galarza. It also better communicates the true extent of the opportunities for our technology that provides value and integrity, not just to the cannabis industry, but other industries as well. Next, looking at Innovative Properties Incorporated, also known as NAB.C Holdings, a leading Canadian investment company with specialty investments and assets across multiple divisions of the cannabis sector, who today announced it's completed its investments in strategically located property in Bangor City, Michigan, that has received municipal approvals for 10 cultivation licenses and 1 processing license. This property allows NAB.C to grow indoor, outdoor, and greenhouse cannabis with an unlimited stacking ability of cultivation licenses. Cultivation at the property is expected to commence in the first quarter of 2020, and NAB.C Holdings will be developing a 60,000 square foot indoor cultivation and processing center and a 45,000 square foot hybrid greenhouse. In early 2020, our Bangor property will become a critical cultivation center for our Michigan operations, with projected harvest of more than 40,000 pounds of dry flower per year, and have the capability of producing over 35,000 pounds of high-grade distillate at its full capacity, said Shay Snett, CEO and Director of NAB.C. We remain committed to our aggressive cross-country expansion as we seek out additional opportunities in limited license states that will bolster our cultivation capabilities and expand the company's footprint. Next, looking at Cannabis MedTech Incorporated, a leading digital cannabis education and analytics company, who announced that it's joined the International Cannabis Alliance, bringing advancements from existing legal cannabis markets to new and evolving legal cannabis markets around the globe, as its exclusive provider of cannabis education. The Intercan Alliance is an international project led by New Frontier Data, an independent technology-driven analytics company specializing in the cannabis industry. We're proud to join the International Cannabis Alliance in its efforts to educate future leaders in the global cannabis industry and develop a framework for delivering unbiased and evidence-based consumer education around cannabis as laid out in our 9 founding pillars, said Sean Moniz, Chief Executive Officer of Cannabis MedTech. This opportunity extends the global reach of the Cannabis brand, open doors to exciting new ventures and projects with partners spanning the globe, and strengthens our market position as a leader in the cannabis education in Canada and across the world. Cannabis will work with the Intercan Alliance to deliver physician-backed and evidence-based cannabis education powered by its digital cannabis learning resource Cannabis.me. With a focus on audiences as new and evolving legal cannabis markets, Intercan Alliance will review all original content of Cannabis.me and work with the Cannabis team to identify appropriate learning modules to adapt and make available to their community. The partnership also opens the doors to opportunities for Cannabis to explore projects with New Frontier Data as part of its cannabis analytic platform, Cannabis Data, as the two organizations share the same mission of elevating the discussion around the legal cannabis industry globally by providing unbiased, verified information and educating stakeholders that make informed decisions. Next, looking at TER.C Corporation, who today reported financial results for the fourth quarter ending December 31st, 2018. The financial results and analysis are available on the company's website at terracn.com and SEDAR at sedar.com. From the financial highlights, some of them included revenue totals of $5 million, which was up from $1.8 million in the third quarter of 2018, and from $0 million in the fourth quarter of 2017. A net loss of $11.7 million or 13 cents per share, compared with a net loss of $778,000 or 2 cents per share for the fourth quarter of 2017, and as of December 31st, 2018, the company held $21.7 million in cash and cash equivalents. We're pleased with our performance in the fourth quarter and have laid the groundwork for success in 2019, said Michael Nishat, CEO of TER.C. We are experiencing strong sales momentum in Canada and are making substantial progress toward becoming a leading U.S. multi-state operator. We look forward to sharing more information on our international expansion plans, U.S. growth in both cannabis and hemp-derived CBD businesses, and additions to our senior leadership team. Lastly, looking at Grown Rogue International Incorporated, a vertically integrated multi-state cannabis company, and Decibel Farms Incorporated, a fully organic and sustainable producer and processor of fine cannabis products in Southern Oregon, who have executed a binding letter of intent which sets out the general terms and conditions pursuant to which Grown Rogue will acquire the assets, including real estate, intellectual property, and other assets of Decibel for aggregate consideration of $3 million US. Decibel is a family-owned and operated 5-acre sun-grown greenhouse farm located in the Applegate Valley in the heart of Southern Oregon, with a 2,500 square foot processing center in Medford, Oregon. Decibel owners Sean Bishop and Buddy Wilson are veterans of cannabis cultivation. Over the past 3 years, Decibel has built a truly sustainable cultivation facility that utilizes biological cultivation practices and has garnered several prestigious quality awards. Obi Strickler, CEO of Grown Rogue, explains the value in acquisition, stating, "Grown Rogue is continuing to see significant month-over-month sales growth, such that demand for our award-winning products is surpassing our current capacity to deliver in Oregon. This acquisition addresses this demand by immediately adding Decibel's inventory valued at more than $1 million US wholesale to Grown Rogue supply. The acquisition also adds another well-respected brand into the Grown Rogue portfolio of brands, enabling us to continue growing our market share. Decibel will expedite our ability to ramp up product supply by adding Decibel's 40,000 square foot cultivation and manufacturing capacity, as well as a very experienced management to the Grown Rogue leadership team."
That's all for today's podcast. Podcast is now a certified word trademark on the blockchain through Cognate Incorporated CM certification. InvestorIdeas.com podcasts are also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and TuneIn. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded that all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment. Investor Ideas does not condone the use of cannabis except where permissible by law. Our site does not possess, distribute, or sell cannabis products.